Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. We're here to do a pick a card reading again. So the topic for this pick a card is what you need to know right now. So you've got 3 cards to choose from. So you've got group 1 with the rose quartz heart, which is beautiful. We've got group 2 with the lapis lazuli, which is absolutely love the colour so much. And then we've got group 3 with this Brandenburg crystal, which is also very beautiful. So select which crystal resonates with you, or otherwise, which card deck appeals to you. And I've also shuffled some Louise Hay cards underneath, so you get another card which I'll read at the end as well. So choose your group, your deck, and then click on the timestamp in the description box to see what your reading is. Okay, I'll see you soon. Bye. Hi group 1, welcome to your reading. So what's the message that you need to know right now? Let's take a look. I'm going to leave the Louise Hay card for later. We'll just see what, and this is the Goddess Love Oracle deck as well. You've probably seen them before in my other videos. Just think that the images are so nice. And so you've got a message coming up for you: nurturance and restore your balance. And also when I see the number 2 or 20, it's about peace as well. So message that you need to know right now is about nurturing yourself, creating balance in yourself, and then finding your peace. So yeah, it sounds, maybe the way I've said it sounds quite simple, but I know it's not always easy, especially, we all have a lot going on in our lives. We've also got, a situation happening in the world which is challenging as well for everybody in different ways. So, when, with this card, the questions that are coming are, what can I do to really nurture myself, to give myself what I need? For some people, it might be rest and, relaxation, going for a walk in nature, and then restoring your balance. That's things like meditation, perhaps. I mean, all of these could be nurturing as well, but meditation, or some stretching, or some yoga, or sometimes speaking with a good friend is very restorative. Or there's just so many ways, creating connections with people who understand you, and like almost, could encompass anything, letting go of those things that no longer serve you. So, what are the thoughts that you have, or beliefs that you have, that tell you that actually, you can't rest for some reason, like you have to keep going? And, I understand that personally because it's, I get a lot of joy from doing things and achieving things. And, my challenge is also to rest and give myself space, because actually, we think we're achieving a lot by doing, but actually when we take a step back and really relax, that's when we can allow, all those amazing ideas to come to us, all those, sparks of intuition, those ideas. Those things happen when we become quiet and we quiet our mind. If you think about it, like how can you even listen to yourself if you're always on the go, or you're always being distracted by something? And we do live in a world that really has, we're encouraged to distract ourselves in a way to really not be focused on ourselves. And we've, through that process of many years, there's a disconnection that's been created. And so it's about reconnecting with yourself, refinding yourself, and realizing that actually there's nothing to be afraid of. I think a lot of the time we're afraid of what we might find when we do that, the emotions that might be there, the thoughts and all that type of stuff. But actually it's just fear, And when you can shine light and love on those things, then it just means that they no longer hold that, that big fear and anxiety. It's just like one of those things where if you imagine you're avoiding something, then suddenly you start to face it, then it just completely changes it when you just face it head on and start doing something about it. So sorry, that was a bit of a long thing, but it just seemed like it needed to be, they wanted to say that. So just keep that in mind, that how do you nurture yourself and restore balance. And let's see what the tarot has to say as well about what you need to know right now. What's the message for group 1? Oops, okay, so those came out. Oh, you've got 2 major arcana cards, and the major arcana are, big themes in your life. So that's quite, quite great, really amazing. I like that. So just arrange it so that you can see it, and let's just see what's the bottom of the deck, which is the theme of the reading as well. And so you've got the King of Wands, and when I see the King of Wands, I just see someone who is in their power. And the kings and the queens remind me, but their power is in different ways. But I see him being self-assured in knowing what he needs to do. He sits there, and because the wands represent action and forward movement, and so it's quite appropriate really, or interesting, that you've got restore your balance and nurturing. And it's almost like when you go and do that, when you nurture yourself and coming back into your balance and find that peaceful place in yourself, then everything will just unfold. You'll be clear about the actions that you need to take to move forward, to move you where you want to go. So it's really about stepping into your power there. So that's great. So then the first card that came out was the Sun card. And so the Sun card is what a lot of tarot, what I was taught, is the happiest card in the deck. And so there's a lot of joy and happiness there for you. And sometimes you might not realize it because you're so busy doing other things, or your mind is focused on other things, or your attention is drawn on to various subjects. And so it's just reminding you, actually, you have a lot of joy in your life, and to focus on those joys that you have, what is going right, what is shining brightly in your life, and to really focus on that. And I'm being drawn to the baby as well, and it's almost like bring that joyfulness that you would have had as a child into your life. When you see kids, I mean, they're just so amazing, aren't they? When they from the morning they can be really cheery, and then everything is interesting, and not saying they're always easy, but generally as a child, things are fascinating. And so it's just remembering to get back into that that state as well, to remind yourself. And then you've got the Lovers card, and this is it's almost, again, or it's reiterating this balance, because for me the Lovers is the masculine, the feminine. Everyone has their own meaning, but for me, when I get this drawn out, it's almost like coming to balance with yourself. And because our feminine is a yin energy, and it's about being receptive and allowing and things like that, whereas the yang energy, the masculine, is more about doing. And so it's coming into balance with that, allowing ideas to come to you, being receptive, and then taking action when you need to. And so when you rest and come back into your balance, stepping into your power will be much more easier. It's almost like it'll just happen simultaneously, all together at once. And again, you've got the Two of Cups, which is about union as well. And it's about the emotional fulfillment. You see the masculine and feminine again, so it's really, for me, what your reading is about coming into balance with yourself, really nurturing yourself as you would hope that someone else would, whether it be what you didn't maybe get from a parent or what you'd like to get from your lover, etc. Really give yourself those things so that you can come back into yourself and step back into your power. And then Louise A, her card is, I'm in the process of positive change. So you can remember that just as you go along in your day, or whenever you come across this. And then at the back you've got, I'm unfolding in fulfilling ways. Only good can come to me. I now express health, happiness, prosperity, and peace of mind. So I love Louise Haig's cards because they're just so clear and, loving. So, if you like mantras, it's something that you can keep with you, or otherwise just know that at the core of it, you are making positive changes in your life by actually giving yourself rest, and that everything is unfolding perfectly, and that only good things are coming to you when you do that. And you are healthy, happy, and prosperous, and you're peaceful. So beautiful. So thanks so much for watching Group 1. I hope you enjoyed that. If there's anything that I can do to help you, please get in touch with me. I'd love to be able to support you either with a reading or session, etc. And if you like the video, please share, like it, and then subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. So I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye. Hi Group 2, welcome to your reading. So what's the message or the information that you need to know right now? So let's take a look. So you've got rest, be still and listen. So if you were drawn to Group 1, that you might resonate because there was something similar about those cards. But yeah, so that's pretty clear, isn't it? What I'm also getting, yes, you need to rest, but the reason you need to rest is so that you can tune into yourself and really listen to what your inner voice is saying. And I also see this swirl on her head, which is almost, where your third eye is, which is really tuning into that psychic or that intuitive part of yourself that is all-knowing. So really, take the time out to rest. And I'm seeing nature as well, so it's almost, nature would be a great place for you to be. I find that when I'm, near water or near trees, my whole energy changes, and there's just nothing better than being connected to all that amazing Mother Nature, and becoming grounded with all that beauty, and also disconnect from all those things that are a bit artificial in your life, like technology, and really take a break if you can. I know that it's quite hard at the moment with there's always something that is distracting us, and they make it very easy for us to watch endless shows and things like that. But if you can, maybe take a break from technology for one day, or maybe one day is hard for a lot of people, but maybe an hour, or just set some time aside. And sometimes it can be a bit hard to rest and to be still. It can take some time to even adjust to that, but just like anything, like when we need to do exercise, or we need to whatever, sometimes you just need to do it. And so if you're someone who feels a bit anxious about that, then just set some time aside and just do it. Don't really think too much about it, and then just sit quietly and allow whatever comes to you to come. Whether I've got a meditation, so I'll put that in the link as well. But it's just about just sitting with yourself and just hearing what's happening within you. What are the, sensations in your body? What are you observing in your thoughts? And it's not being attached to those things, It's like you're just observing them and allowing them to flow through. You know, if you have a thought, there's nothing that you need to do to resolve it or to make it better. It's just being there. And, you know, that's often what we need, is just to be there for ourselves and know that we're there for ourselves. Because when we do that, then we start to trust that actually whatever happens will be fine. Everything will unfold as it's meant to. And if we stay connected with ourselves, with our heart, with our love, then everything will be great. So yeah, really rest and take the time to be still and to listen to yourself, to listen to your amazing intuition, which is there whether you know are familiar with it or not. If you are familiar with it, then that's really great. Keep doing that work. And if you're not, you know, start to tune into it with the meditation, or you know, that simple exercise of just sitting still and observing. So I picked out the Louise Hay card, which I'll read later. But let's just see what the tarot cards have to say. So, oops, what's the message for? Well, okay, that's a bit too many, isn't it? Right, I'll turn that around. So 3 cards came out. Maybe actually, oh yeah, this one came out this way, so I'll take that as well. Let me just arrange it quickly. Then, right. So at the bottom of the deck, the theme for your card is Three of Wands, and it's actually the 3 of Wands is about. They call it the waiting for your ships to sail in. So it's almost like you've done the hard work, you've done everything that you can, and now you're just waiting for everything to reveal itself or come together. So I feel that when, you know, if you rest and listen to yourself, then all of these things will just come together. You know, you've done the hard work. It's almost to see, is there anything else, or what else do I need to do in order to get myself into this position? So if you've been working really hard, then, you know, maybe your intuitive guidance will be to just be still for a while. Oh, well, that's what it is saying. But, you know, tune into that when you are quiet and still, or perhaps there'll be something else that hasn't quite completed yet. And, you know, when you are resting and allowing these ideas to come to you, then you'll be able to see exactly what it is that you need to do next. And then you've got the Knight of Swords, and it's almost what I'm hearing or seeing with this one is that this is a fast moving card. So it's almost like you have been moving very quickly in the past. We've been doing a lot. Things have been you know, almost charging, you know, you've been charging forward with some project or some activity or some aspect of your life. And, you know, this is the 2 of Wands, and this is the card that comes before the 3 of Wands. So it's almost like, it's almost, rather than being active and being in that doing state, what is it that you actually really want to manifest in your life? It's about getting clear, because this guy's looking at the world, and, you know, what is it that, you know, he's pondering what it is that he really wants. And so the message is almost like, slow down and start to really focus on what it is that you really want, because just by doing is not going to achieve that. And you've got the Justice card, which is, you know, being truthful with yourself. And again, I see what do you call it? It's on the crown, but it's almost around the third eye as well. But, you know, tuning into that part of yourself, really listening to yourself, being honest and being balanced as well. So it's about bringing your life back into balance, because it feels like things have been very charged, and it's to slow down and really think about and consider it. And then you've got the Temperance card, and this is about being patient, because your path is being unfolded, like is being lighted up, like step by step. As you progress on your path, things will reveal itself, and it's to tune into yourself. Again, I see the water, and again, nature is like being out in nature is going to really help you to tune in with yourself and get grounded, and to let go of those stresses that you might be feeling at the moment, and to be loving and kind to yourself. To feel, how do you fill your own cup, so that, or two cups, but it's the two. It's about being balanced and coming back into balance with yourself. And again, we've got this mark just around the third eye, and also the crown area. So it's tuning into that side of yourself, that spiritual aspect of yourself, and really connecting with that. Because doing that, if you're not sure where you're going, doing that will help you get clear. And if you're moving too quickly and you are out of balance, then doing that will really help you as well, to really just let go and come back and be more grounded. And so the Louise Hay card is on the back. She's got all is well in my world, and I feel like that's something you need to repeat to yourself. Like really just keep saying everything is going really well, everything is unfolding perfectly, all is well in my world. And then you've got the message, everything is working out for my highest good. Out of this situation, only good will come. I am safe. So I think that's really lovely, and I think that's something, if you can hold on to, remember this, that everything is working out for your highest good, even though we often think, well, how can that be possible? Everything seems to be going crazy. But sometimes that's just the way it has to happen in order for positive changes to come through. So I hope that resonated with you, group 2. It was really lovely doing this reading for you. If there's any way that I can help you, support you, then please let me know. I'd love to, either we could do a session or reading, etc. And if you like the video, please share, like, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Okay, so look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks, group 2. Bye. Hi, group 3. Welcome to your reading. So what do you need to know right now? Let's take a look. So you've got bliss. Open your door to the divine. Oh, and also I'll move the Louise Hay card to read later at the end. And so this is, for me, this is about finding your joy, going back into that blissful state. I think life can be quite serious, especially with everything that's going on at the moment. It's easy to fall into fear whatever you might be feeling, experiencing, or what you believe. And so it's about coming back into that joyful state, because when we are in that joyful, blissful state, that's when great things happen. And so what is it that would really give you joy and fulfillment at this point in time? And it doesn't have to be a big thing. This is actually, I feel, a part of self-care. So maybe, because I'm seeing a lot of the greenery, you connecting in nature, going for a walk, taking time to really, smell the flowers and observe what's happening in life. It's interesting because, a lot of messages for all of the groups really is about slowing down. And I feel like even though this is about your bliss, part of that is taking the time to slow down as well, and to really it's almost like cutting out those parts or even if it's for one day, what is one thing or a few things that you don't actually need to do? What have you told yourself that you need to do but actually you don't? And sometimes we just do things out of like it's just repetition, and it's unconscious because we've always done it, so we just keep doing it. But this is asking you to question, what is it that isn't actually adding to my bliss anymore? What isn't adding to my joy? What am I saying yes to, or what am I doing that doesn't actually serve me anymore? And I can relate to this because I'm someone who likes to do things, but then over more recently I've realized that actually I want to focus on other things, and I've had to say no to things that actually I do or have enjoyed in the past but now need to say no to. And sometimes it's hard to do that because you don't either want to disappoint other people, or you still want to be a part of things, and the fear of missing out and all those interesting modern dilemmas that we have. But it's almost like when you are in your own bliss, you won't have any of that because you'll be enjoying whatever is happening for yourself. So really tune into that. What is it that is going to give you joy or gives you joy, and to focus on those things. So let's see what the tarot has to say for group 3. Oops, okay. So there we have, let's move this. I feel like this one wants to be first. So then at the bottom of the deck, you've got the 9 of Wands. And so I'm looking at this guy's face and he just looks completely done, like just had it. And I feel like this is what this bliss is. It's almost like you're probably just a bit over it, really. And kind of it's almost like things have been going on. There's been a lot of activity, but it's coming out of a war, a bit wounded and a bit tired and sort of had enough. And so if you are in this state, the best thing you can do is to get back into your bliss, which sounds counterintuitive or really challenging, because when we're in that state of worrying and anxiety, it can feel like, well, if I don't worry, if I'm not doing that, then how am I ever going to find the answer to whatever I'm trying to find, the question that I'm asking? And the funny, it always happens for me, but the moment I let go and surrender, then everything just falls into place and all the answers that I need come to me. And so if you are in this space, or the next time you do feel in this space, then really take 3-5 deep breaths, so that it brings you back into this present moment. And then when you feel yourself coming back out of your head, wherever you've gone to, ask yourself, what is something loving, what is something that I'd really enjoy doing right now? Maybe it's making yourself a cup of tea, maybe it's reading, maybe it's calling a friend, anything, just something that will bring you back into that bliss, into your natural, it's our natural space actually. We are love, and it's just coming back to yourself. That's what the message is. And then the 5 of Wands, these guys are in conflict, and it's about stepping out of conflict, especially with yourself. Don't fight yourself, don't doubt yourself. And if you're having those old thoughts come through, this is what this Page of Swords is about. If you have old thoughts and worries and anxieties coming through, it's about clearing them, because for me this is like the sword of truth, and our truth is love. It's not fear and worry and anxiety, and we've kind of been conditioned to get into that state, and if we don't stop it, then we just allow fear to rule our world, and it doesn't do anything but cause us pain and suffering. So really, if you can take those 5 deep breaths, step out of the thinking state, and let go of those worries and concerns that you have, and just focus on what your bliss is, what is going to give you joy right now. It's just this card just really stands out in this reading. It just looks so so lovely, and also if you see her hand, she's receptive and she's open as well, and it's almost like she's trusting that everything, you know, the divine, what, you know, universe, spirit, whatever you might want to call it, is going to provide her with everything that she needs, and she's trustingly open to it. And then you've got the High Priestess, and the High Priestess is all about trusting your intuition, really tuning into your intuition, and yeah, really listening to what it has to say. And also when you are in bliss and when you are being in the moment, really, instead of going into your fearful thoughts and what's going to happen next or what could not happen or all those type of things, when you're in that state, then you can't connect with the divine, really. Even though you are divine and already, you know, there's nothing you need to do that. You can't connect to your own divinity, because, you know, you're in that state. And so when you really tune into your bliss, your intuition will guide you, and actually there's nothing to worry about. It's like, that's the message, there's nothing to worry about, because everything is unfolding as it's meant to be. And if you keep tuning into yourself, keep tuning into your heart space, then you will follow, and your intuition, the guidance will always be there for you about what you need to do next. And so worrying about what could happen, you know, all those type of things really just ends up wasting your energy and time. So, you know, and that's where you create conflict in yourself, and yeah, it's just not not the best course of action. So let's see what Louise Hay's card says. And she's saying, I'm deeply fulfilled by all that I do. And so that's something, yeah, something really lovely about that, being fulfilled. Everything that you're doing is of value and is contributing to the planet. Each moment of the day is special to me. As I follow my higher instincts and listen to my heart, I'm at peace with my world and affairs. So that's lovely. That's, I mean, it really just summarizes what the whole reading was about. You know, everything, when you follow your higher instinct, when you follow your heart, your intuition, then every moment is unfolding perfectly, and you can be at peace with everything that's happening in your world, because there's nothing to worry about. It's just going to unfold perfectly. So wow, that's beautiful, group 3. I hope that resonates with you. If there's any way that I can help you, please let me know. I'll be happy to support you. So just get in touch. My details are in the description box. Please share, like the video, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and it'd be great to keep building up the community. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you at another video. Bye, group 3.